Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. In my sauna, and like I tend to do like my best thinking in the sauna. I don't know why. I guess it's relaxing. It becomes like a meditation chamber for me. It's just the place that I can like escape the everyday. So here's my like I guess thoughts from the sauna for today. Um, Past couple weeks, no, I'd probably that's an exaggeration. Probably past like a couple months, I've been having trouble getting stuff done. And what I mean by that is it just seems like every day something comes up. I gotta go there for something, I gotta drop my car off to get, maintenance done, warranty stuff since I work on my own car, as well as like a recall on a vehicle. Um, my daughter's down in, Florida to college. We had to drive down there a couple times, bring a car down, bring a car back. Just things come up every single day. So it is inevitable that life is going to get in your way. So what I try to do is every morning when I get up, I try to get up as early as I can, which means I try to go to bed as early as I can. And I try to make everything very systematic. Like a lot of my bills are kind of like on auto pay, so I don't have to like hone in on it and make sure it's getting done. It's kind of getting done for me. But that's kind of about where stuff stops on autopilot. Everything else you have to do, unless you have employees and you can delegate and have those employees do things for you. But I mean, there's just like basic personal stuff that you just have to get done, like recording these videos. I have to record them. I haven't found anybody yet that I can delegate the editing of these videos to, so I end up doing that myself. So um, they tend to drag me down, and what I mean is that sometimes a 5-minute video can take me 50 minutes to an hour to edit. So that slows the whole process down. I know I have a lot of clients that I make videos for on different products and everything else, and they're just like, it's taking you 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month to make this video. Well, some of them are on a more complicated side, so it makes me have to record something in the studio, and then if it's for a vehicle, then I have to go into my shop. If it's something that has to go outside, like a drone or something, then I have to go outside and film it. So my videos get complicated. So the editing process gets complicated, and it takes a little bit of time. Anyway, so how I get stuff done is that in the morning after I get up, I try to do the most time-consuming things in my day, editing videos. That usually takes me, an hour to 3.5 hours a day. So as soon as I get up, shower, shave, get things, well, kind of like clean up the beard line. I get right to editing, so I can get that done, get things posted in a timely fashion, so that becomes on autopilot. So if I can edit 3 or 4 videos in a day, I can post, tonight at 9 o'clock, tomorrow 9 o'clock, the next day 9 o'clock. That's kind of like my consistent time every single day. And I've been practically doing it for like over a year that way, getting videos posted every single day for like an entire year. It's been more than a year, but since we're coming to the end of this year, I've been very fortunate in being able to get that done. Then I go and, I'm usually eating breakfast while I do that stuff. Lunchtime I try to spend with whatever family member is around, so that way I get some one-on-one, two-on-one family time with my wife, my one son, my daughter, whoever is here, my grandson, whoever's here, so we get some good quality time. And I'll take like half hour to even like an hour of that. Then I try to get into the studio and do some recording. As I alluded to before, some recording is pretty easy, 1-2 minutes, boom, it's done. Then I post it. Other times it's it's a 2-part video where I have to do part in the studio and part outside, and then kind of collectively put everything together. We just built the weight room. Actually, I've always had a weight room at the studio, but now I basically have it filled with fitness related products, mostly stuff that I have been purchasing and putting together and doing myself. Launching a new fitness channel, so that is going to have me pretty busy making content for that channel again on YouTube, as well as like posting stuff for Amazon. I found some like great products that just need a little more little more help getting out there, a little more marketing to make them popular and stuff that I found that like works really well. Being an older guy, I never thought I'd ever say those words in my entire life. I mean, I'm 53. Yeah, I'm 53 now, so it's like one of these things where I'm trying to get into fitness again. I mean, I used to be like a fitness, like, everything, personal trainer, the whole 9 yards. But one thing that I was never able to do was fit fitness into my day for probably, I gotta say, almost like 20 years. So it gives you kind of an idea of how like time flies, and you have to prioritize stuff. So now I take, sometime after lunch, usually after I'm done recording, I'll record for an hour or two. I get right into going into the gym, and there's some stuff in there I can record. So I make it kind of like a 2-for-1. Plus, I can work out and get that part of the process done as well. So, an hour a day, I'm dedicating to myself, my health, my overall fitness, and then my sauna. I'm in my sauna. I would say every other day, if not every single day. So I try to fit that in. So just to kind of like, and then we go into second shower. I know it sounds crazy. Second shower for the day. Sometimes I'll even take a third shower before I go to bed at night. Depends on what else is going on. But then I do dinner. Dinner, we make sure that it's completely done with the family. And then after that, I might watch some TV to relax for a little bit, and then I may even go back and record 1 or 2 things. Bebop around in the shop, the studio, trying to get things kind of like neat and organized. Losing battle, but I am trying, and go from there. But one thing is for sure is I have to make time blocks and time segments throughout the entire day. Like this video, I mean, I'm like screaming towards 7 minutes, probably past 8 minutes on this video alone, which I can probably edit pretty quickly, because I'll just like the intro, I kind of like edit a little bit, because it's kind of like to make sure the lighting's right, make sure I'm kind of like in frame and all that stuff. And then we go from there. So, but it's like time blocks of my day. Editing, breakfast and editing in the morning, lunch, relax for a little bit, then get into, recording, then get into my whole like physical fitness thing to, keep myself as physically fit and as mentally fit as I can. And, then into dinner, and then some stuff after dinner, and then winding down at nighttime, making sure that I try to consistently get in bed at the same time and consistently get up at the same time, I think is absolutely key. And since I don't work for anybody anymore, I work for myself, for my companies, so I find it easier to get up in the mornings than it was when I was working for somebody. And it's crazy, because it is for me, so there's a certain more motivation when that comes to play. Organization, it's another key aspect of that whole process, making sure that I just stay organized and planned. But having a schedule, writing stuff down, knowing what I'm going to do the next day, if that changes or not, I make sure that I try to stay consistent with what I do, stay consistent in the hours that I'm doing things, so I don't get sidetracked. My wife loves to, comment on how I'm the dog from the movie Up. It's like squirrel. I get distracted. I do. I get distracted like it is nobody's business, and it's because I see stuff or do stuff that I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, already didn't do that. A lot of the forgetfulness is not so much age related, but I think it's just like mind clutter related. Someone had told me one time, your mind is like your garage. Most people want to clean out the garage, but they just don't get to it, and they just add more stuff to the garage, add more stuff to the garage, add more stuff to the garage. And eventually, they will have come to a point where they can't get into the garage. Well, I think our mind works like the same way. If you keep putting stuff in your mind, oh, I'll remember to do that later, or I'll make sure I do that later, something else like that, you're probably not going to get it done. And I hate to be negative that way, but that's kind of like how like the human, I guess, organizational part of our mind works. So it's just staying consistent, writing stuff down, making a plan every day, so you're consistent with that. So anyway, so if you are just keep piling stuff in your garage, in your mind, it's going to get so cluttered you're not going to be able to find things. Your mind works the same way as your cluttered garage. If you sit down and you take a weekend, 2 weekends, 3 weekends, to clean out your garage, you'll also help clear out your mind. Because believe it or not, if you have a lot of stuff in your garage, there's a lot of stuff that you had plans for or wanted to do things with that you have just not gotten to. So you just throw it in the garage, out of place, out of mind. Some people have a basement, they put it in a place, basement, out of mind. Attic, same thing. So something I'm personally working on is trying to declutter things. And if you saw my studio in my garage, which I'm sure you've probably seen from some different videos, you're like, oh my goodness, he's got way too much stuff. Right, absolutely. And if I don't write stuff down and consistently plan on things, it would be so much worse. My mind would be so much worse. So I try to make sure that I try to clean that stuff out. So I forget what comedian was up there. He was also talking about like cleaning out your garage, and he was like, it's very funny. He says, stuff that you use on a regular basis is like on your counters, on your, desktop. They are on your dressers, your nightstands, whatever. Those are the main things that you're using. Your drawers is kind of like that next level of, all right, I'll get to that later. So you put it in drawers. Everyone's got like a junk drawer in their kitchen, just has like a hodgepodge of like whatever. So when that gets filled up, then you put it in a box and you put it in the garage, you put it in your basement, you put it in the attic, you put it wherever. I think I just flung some sweat, sorry about that. But that is like the next stage of clutterness. Like your attic should be like, I don't know, this is me, just like seasonal stuff, like stuff for holidays, Christmas, Halloween, whatever holidays you celebrate. Or your basement. Your garage should be garage automotive related stuff. If it's not, it's spillover on storage, maybe some holiday storage, some stuff that you're not immediately using and that is just getting like cluttered out there. So it's going to interfere with your plan, starting off in the morning. And believe it or not, if you are having trouble sleeping, I can guarantee you part of that is because you haven't cleaned the attic, haven't cleaned the garage, haven't planned anything, haven't written stuff down. It's too much. It's too much for your brain to handle. And you're just going to get to a point of, it's going to form into, other like brain malfunctions, I'll call it, because I don't want to get all like medical or technical with anybody out there. But I believe that is a big part of a lot of our issues nowadays is we just have so much stuff. We have so much stuff cluttered. Commercials and Amazon, and I mean, I love Amazon, don't get me wrong, but they're all hitting you with stuff that you're like, hey, you need this, get that. And I mean, I'm one that is introducing stuff out there to the general public on stuff that you possibly need to make your life better and easier. I do, and it's like, but I get so much stuff that now it's just kind of like, it becomes clutter. It has to get rid of. So now it becomes like, it wears down on you mentally. See, I couldn't even get the words out. Wears down on you mentally, as well as, like the physical aspect of things. A lot of people don't work out because they just get so cluttered in their life, they don't make time to work out. So that was kind of like my issue and my problem. I'm just watching this video. Jeez, I'm like screaming at 14 minutes. So I just want to kind of wrap things up because I don't want to get like too long into the video. But these are some of the aspects that I've seen in my own life that I just want to share with everybody else there. So, I mean, to kind of like summarize, because I hit a lot of stuff. One is daily planning, absolutely, positively necessary. Have consistent time blocks throughout the day, especially if you're working for yourself. Consistent time blocks throughout the day, because life is going to get in the way, but if you have time blocks set aside for different things, at least you can get some stuff done in that day. And then the mental clutter, like clean out that garage, clean out that attic, clean out that basement. It's time to purge. If you have stuff that you haven't used, this is another rule of thumb that I kind of use, is if I have not used that in a year, it's not part of my life anymore. Get rid of it. Sell it. Get rid of it. If you can't sell it, throw it out. I know it sounds wasteful, but you got to get rid of it to, make yourself better, make your environment better. The universe is only going to give you as much as you can handle, and that is, I guess, mentally as far as like physically as well. So if you're filling up your house with like junk and garbage, it's time to purge. It's not wasteful to an extent. It's not wasteful to get rid of stuff out of your life. Donate it, sell it, get rid of it. Just free up your life, and you will notice your time will start getting better. Your time management skills will start getting better. And here we're screaming like towards like 20 minutes. Let me just kind of like end it there because I want to overwhelm you with everything. But get up, go sleep, same time every single day. Be consistent in your time blocks throughout the day. Make time for family. Family is like super important. Excess stuff, clutter in your garage, clutter in your mind. It's time to start getting rid of that stuff and start purging it out. But anyway, Brian from Garage Mall, thanks for watching me as always, and hopefully you found something useful in there that you can use or pass on to somebody else. Anyhow, be safe out there and healthy. Be safe and healthy.